Thank you for listening to Comics for Fun and Profit. This is Kyle and Drew with your sneak peek at next week, episode number 628 for comics originally releasing April 6th and April 7th. But before Drew and I get into what's coming up in your local comic book shops next week, Drew, do we have anything else from the world of comics? And by the way, I'm still not caught up on Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Okay. Did you watch Invincible yet?
No, but boy, oddly enough, so many people keep texting me about Invincible.
Right.
So I don't know if it's just the fact that Amazon Prime is so far-reaching.
Yeah.
But people who know me as a comic book person keep coming up and go, "Did you read Invincible?" I said, "Well, it's Kirkman, so yeah, I definitely read everything Kirkman does." And they're like, "It was actually not bad. I actually really enjoyed it." I was like, "Oh, cool." So it's got some penetration there.
Yeah. Yeah, what, they're four episodes in now, and I don't know if they're just going to do the first couple of trades or not. It's been so long, I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not, I was thinking back, I don't know if I read more than the first trade.
Because I did. If mine was the first couple trades. I dabbled in during the 100 and the controversy stuff around 100, and then I think I bought the last issue.
I finished it when it was ending. I finished it, and then I know I read the first trade, but I don't know that I read the second one because I think that's when the twist happened. Was in the second trade, and I didn't remember that happening like that. So it was great for me in the show. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to let the series play out this first season. Then go back and reread in between seasons. I'm assuming it's going to get picked up for another season.
There you go.
Maybe it already has, but that's my plan: is to hit it cold for stuff that I've missed, and then I'm curious to how far they go with their. They don't have that many episodes left, so I can't believe they're going to go too far. But yeah. Yeah, the third episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier was today. It's good. It's no Wanda.
That's so crazy to say.
And it's good, but it just doesn't captivate me like that show did. But it was just starting to captivate me in episode 3, so that's a little different. Anyway, that's Drew's take on what he watched today. We've got some feedback from Aaron Churchill, who also, before I get to his feedback, has been chosen as the first slab contest winner. So he has won and selected as his prize the Catwoman number 17B, the acetate variant, which is a 9.8 CGC slab. And he will receive that because he is a patron. We are going to try to do one more of those. So I think this one, we collected patrons for a couple of months and then selected a winner. So we'll probably do the same thing again. And our other patron, Adam Pastory, was kind enough to donate a couple of these slabs. And so we'll go another couple of months. And generate some more patrons, and then select another winner down the road as we get closer to summer. So we'll call this our spring slab giveaway, and then we'll do another summer.
By the seasons.
Yeah,
by the first day of summer, we'll have another.
Yeah, sounds good. Now, again, go to patreon.com, Comics for Fun and Profit. And become a patron at any level to get entered in this contest. You can choose your level depending on what kind of level of access you want and what kind of cool things you want to unlock and be a part of our show and some of the extra exclusives and early access and things that we're doing over there. There's some episodes that will only be seen or heard by our patrons, which is cool. Gives them something special. And then also we want you to be a part of our Slack channel, and you can interact with us on the daily, sometimes on the hourly on Slack, and chit chat us up, and we talk about some spec stuff. I'm looking right now at my second appearance of Starro that I picked up
Yeah.
because one of our patrons gave me a heads up after the trailer for Suicide Squad. There was somebody had freeze framed a Starro in the background, and so that went around that we think it's Starro. Starro could blow up as the villain in the Suicide Squad movie. And the first appearance is kind of out of my reach, but the second appearance in the first full cover was not. So I was able to pick that up thanks to heads up from a patron on our Slack channel. So that was really cool. So it's stuff like that we're doing over there and having those conversations, and that kind of exclusive payback is pretty cool. And it's a community that we're building slowly, and we're excited about where it's going and where it's going to be. So we want you to be a part of that. And to pay you back for being a part of that, you get it entered in our slab contest. You can't get Catwoman 17, but you still, if you choose, you may have Dark Tower Gunslinger Born #1, Batman 98, Powers of X #2, Red Sonja Age of Chaos #1, Wonder Woman #761, House of X #5. Basket Full of Heads #1, and Star #1. Those could be yours. One of those could be yours. They're all CGC 9/8, and they could be shipped to you as a prize. So be a part of that. Now, so congratulations, Aaron. Thanks for being a patron, and your slab is on the way, and we hope you enjoy it and display it and enjoy it, or flip it, whatever. It's yours. Do what you want. Aaron has this to say. During 2020, with all the shipping issues, did you discover any cool comics, rediscover, or find something you normally wouldn't have if it weren't for the crazy year? I discovered EuropeComics.com with great art and great stories. Also, they are all on Hoopla. Thank you guys for everything, Aaron Churchill. What I chose to do, I don't know about you, Kyle, but what I chose to do with the shipping delays and lack of comics was catch up on my backlog. Mm-hmm. I did not seek out a lot of extra stuff, but I had back half stuff that was stacking up. I'd done a pretty good job. Like Image was current. I was a little bit behind on the big two, but I was way behind on my back half publishers. And so I was able to catch all those up to where I am almost completely current now, and happy about that. And also, I took a couple of weeks to just not read comics.
Yeah.
Which I hadn't done for ever, for 10 years maybe. So it was nice to have that big break where there wasn't any real pressure to keep current. So I kind of took some time off from comics. Kyle, how about you? Did you find anything new and different?
I did that as well. I definitely caught up on some backlog stuff, a few things, but I didn't venture out and find any other additional things like that. I had a whole lot of other stuff going on. Took the time to catch up on a lot of TV shows and stuff.
Yeah. During
that downtime there. A few
That's
other
true.
Different ports of medium.
Exactly. I've played some more video games than I've ever have. So
there you go.
That's true. But European comics, I've heard great things. And if there's a one-stop place like EuropeComics.com to check those out, I will do so. And I love Hoopla because it's free. And so, yeah, that's something I've heard good things about. They're usually long, aren't they? European comics, usually like OGN length, or they come in singles too. Yeah, I think they probably do. Do you know, Kyle?
No clue.
No clue. Yeah, I haven't read a lot, but I've read some, and they're definitely solid books. So something I'm interested in checking out. While we let's shift gears and get over to take a quick look at our previews guide for June comics, and we've done DC, we've done Marvel, and did you see the retraction, Kyle? Remember our Marvel conversation or DC conversation last week about the price hike?
Yeah.
Since then, there's been a clarification.
Ooh.
Yes, that was a misprint. They weren't going to $6 books.
Sure.
And that was just a clerical error, and that secretary has been sacked. Or the pressure was so astronomical and that they changed their mind, or it was just a common error. It was an actual, just an actual error. I don't know. I don't want to speculate there, but
I do. I think they got pushed back and they caved and folded because they.
When have the big two cared about outrage about pricing? That's the only reason I don't think that's what it was.
Yeah.
Because they've never given a crap. They put out $10 books all the time.
Yeah.
They don't care if you're mad, do they? Why would they change now?
Yeah.
But so I'm thinking it was just I'm naively thinking that was just an accident, and that they did.
And T's and P's for that poor secretary.
I don't know what T's and P's are.
Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers.
That's great. That's great. So now we did Image, we did DC. Now we did DC.
We did Marvel, we did DC, and now let's check on our friends at Image. Of course, this is Drew and I's opportunity to go through and flip through kind of our preview thoughts before we put in our orders, kind of see what catches our fancy and complain about the things that don't.
And we have a glorious return of Jupiter's Legacy. This time it's called Requiem. And they're giving us a double-sized first issue, but they are charging us a little extra for it. It's a $6 first issue, Kyle. I know you love that.
Is straight up the Mark Millar philosophy. Let's give them 5 issues and move on to something else.
And Josh Duhamel is starring in the Netflix series that's coming out in May 7th on Jupiter's Legacy. So he's not an A-lister anymore, is he?
No.
Yeah, and that's the only casting I'm seeing. At least on this, there might be more of that. But to me, it's an ensemble book. So I would think there'd be, an ensemble cast. So I'll have to check.
Well, when you think Jupiter's Legacy, is there a main standout character?
No, because there's like the older generation is a group, and then the younger generation is a group, and I guess it would be the son of the younger son would be the main character, and that would probably be who Josh is playing. Although he's getting up there.
Yeah.
So it'd be curious, and I don't know what they're adapting, if it's the very first trade or what. So just have to see. Maybe there's some good information in IMDb. I'll take a look. Good dirt that way.
Dig in and see if we can find some more casting or some more stuff.
Yeah, so tons of covers for Jupiter's Legacy. Of course, Frank Quitely always does great work. Surprised he's not the cover A. That's kind of a bummer that he's not even the cover A. But they are giving him a B and a C.
Yep.
And I guess he's probably not in interiors then. Does it say?
Say what? The interiors are Tommy Lee Edwards.
Yeah, the interiors are all going to be Tommy Lee Edwards, yeah. So, yeah, that's a downgrade. I mean, I'm sure Tommy Lee Edwards is fine, and they look okay, but it's not Frank Quitely.
It's fine.
It's fine. It's just not going to move needles much for me. And then we have our first of our Spawn's Universe titles.
Yeah, that looks pretty cool.
Yeah, we're
doing since Spawn number 1, 2 decades later, is starting to creep back up in price. Spawn Universe number 1. It's time to start collecting those for the next couple decades.
Yeah, and this and Jupiter's Legacy, a no-risk title for retailers.
Yeah.
So is that one of those order all you want and you can ship them back?
There you go.
Pretty sweet.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4 J. Scott Campbell covers for Spawn Universe number 1.
Wow.
Yeah. That's dope.
Compass number 1 by Robert McKenzie and Dave Walker, and Justin Greenwood doing the art and the cover. I like my Justin Greenwood from The Fuse.
Okay, yeah.
And so I'm excited about that. He's not doing any of the writing, just the art, but still.
Greg Rucka proudly presents a new direction in an adventure with Compass. So what does Rucka have to do with this?
Oh, it's I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's doing. Is it
Yeah.
his? Is it his?
It says looking at
imprint?
his imprint, but I don't see an imprint anywhere on here.
It's about Shahida El Amin, a scholar.
I wasn't touching that name with a 10-foot pole.
Scholar, cartographer, astronomer, mathematician, scientist, explorer, adventurer, and when need be, a two-fisted fighter. Curious. Indiana Jones meets Delilah Dirk in a globe-trotting adventure. Perfect for a YA audience.
Do you know Delilah Dirk?
No.
I don't either.
I recognize the name. Was it a comic, maybe?
Yeah.
But I didn't read it.
Reteaming from the pages of the Old Guard, Tales Through Time. Interesting. Could be good. I'll check it out.
Yep. What about a Jim Morrison OGN? You interested in that?
I actually think the Doors are one of the most overrated bands of all time, so probably not.
Yeah. And Cain and Abel OGN? That could be interesting.
That could be interesting.
Fantasy.
Actually, the art looks really good on that Jim Morrison.
I like the look of this. Its writer is Shaky Kane and Crent Abel. Oh, that's funny. Cain and Abel.
Yeah.
I see what they're doing. They're doing a horror fantasy comic.
I'd read it as a floppy. I'm not going to do it as an OGN.
Gotcha. Oh, Kyle Starks returns.
Yay.
Assassination guy that we liked.
Mm-hmm.
6 Sidekicks of Trigger Keat, #1. Terrible title. But Kyle Starks and Chris Schweizer are putting this at $3.99 book out. How nice.
Skybound imprint, so
Skybound.
That's good for it.
Always
that
good.
That means it automatically has a deal.
You think? You think it's already optioned?
Skybound stuff has built-in option deals with whatever.
Oh, Skybound has everything that Skybound does, or just Kirkman stuff?
I thought it was all Skybound stuff.
Wow.
Had kind of a pipeline, if I remember correctly. We read that at one point.
Yeah, you might be right. That's worth giving away a piece. Yeah. Guaranteed option. Yeah, I think I remember that. Was it something like a first look? They get a first look.
Yeah, exactly.
Option? Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Looks good, though. Erica Henderson also involved on a cover B.
Vinyl #1. Dexter meets Nailbiter. Okay.
That works for us, right?
That works for us. Normally not, but in this case, I'm like, okay.
Wraparound covers. Like that. Looks good. Nice and bloody, the interiors.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Holy crap, Ant #12.
What is that about? Because I've not seen Ant #1 through 11, have I?
14 years after its previous issue was published, Ant returns for Volume 1's all-inspiring conclusion. And this is Eric Larson.
Okay. So, end of a story arc. 14 years later. Do you think there's a recap page?
I would friggin' hope so.
I bet you there isn't. It's just for fans that know.
Yeah.
Birthright hits issue 50.
That's crazy.
That's really cool that it's been long.
Yeah.
Hats off to Josh Williamson and Andrea Bresson.
Crossover 7, that's awesome.
Are we going to end? Is this going to be a final too?
What is?
Yeah, Birthright 50 is the final.
Series finale. Yep, I just saw that in the yellow.
Nice.
Crossover #7, we've scratched out Donnie Cates and Jeff Shaw and put Chip Zdarsky, Phil Hester, and Andre Parks on it. And Chip Zdarsky's got his own picture on the cover.
No, this is great.
Even the solicit.
Hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
That's really fabulous. They're having fun with that book. I do not understand people that don't like it. It's really good.
Yeah, the solicit is, wait, no, hold on. What is this? Why is Chip writing my books? Sorry, I know this is unprofessional to in public, but no one in Image is answering my emails. Someone please call me. What is happening?
Meta.
That's awesome.
Deep Beyond, not really reading that. I tried it. It's okay.
Holy crap, firepower.
Yeah. Going all out for issue 12.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 covers, including the likes of Rob Liefeld, Frank Miller, Todd McFarlane, Tula Lote, Frank Quietly. Wow. Kari Randolph.
It's oversized. It's an extra buck. It doesn't say it's the end. Just the end of the story arc.
End of the story arc.
It's kind of crazy, right?
Yeah.
Better get in on this. There's something going on.
Can't wait for FOC to actually see what these covers are.
Yeah. Then we got Homesick Pilots, number 6.
Yeah.
Oblivion Song, issue 31, which I thought it ended, but it's got that's a new story
We got
arc.
a new story arc. We're back.
So, oops. I got confused. That Texas Blood is coming back with issue 7. That's fantastic.
Undiscovered Country 13. Sienkiewicz cover B.
Dracula Mother Effer, OGN. That's awesome. I don't remember that. Is that an OGN new print? That's been out, I guess.
I guess that's been a thing.
It's been a thing. Some more trades. We've got Ice Cream Man trade, Nomen Omen, 7 to Eternity, Sunstone hardcover. We've got some manga crossover titles, they say. These are Image titles that they think will hook a manga reader.
Interesting. I would not think Snot Girl would be one.
I can see that. Yeah, that makes sense. Monsters probably, maybe, I guess. I don't think I've seen the Paul Pope stuff. Interesting. 100% and Heavy Liquid. We're back with some single issues. Ascender 16, Bitterroot 14.
Deadly Class number 47. I love that Jeff DeCall cover B.
Yeah, it looks like a little like Elektra, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Department of Truth, Die.
Geiger, the Good Asian. Ha Ha finishes up with its 6th issue.
Oh, wow.
And a Dr. Seuss cover.
Is that what that is?
The B, cover B.
Oh, I didn't even notice. Yep, I see it there. Like, yeah, H is... Huh. That's cool.
Hey Kids Comics with its 2nd issue. Home, Inkblot, Jules Verne's Lighthouse, Carmen, Philadelphia. Lazarus Risen makes an appearance. Our quarterly-ish book.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the $8 quarterly books.
Yes. Greg Rucka and Michael Lark. It's wonderful. I love it when I get it. I
Forget it's not there other.
Yeah, I get it so seldom that I forget. Made in Korea, number 2 of 6. Manifest Destiny, number 42. This one might be winding down. It says as her journey nears its end. Sacagawea is reunited with her people. So we might be, as we get closer to 50, maybe it's winding down.
Huh, that'd be interesting.
Yeah. Monstrous hits 35. Moonshine at 26. That's a surprise. That was a sneaky 26 issues of that.
Yeah, because that was out. That took a lot of time off and then came back and just hit regularity.
Noctera, issue 4. Old Guard, next volume, it's number 3. Radiant Black at 5. Savage Dragon, still having fun at 261. Scumbag's worth it just for the letter columns where Rick Remender just rips into the people that write in. I believe he's playing the character of Scumbag, and he's just ripping them and calling them names, and it's pretty funny.
Well, that's awesome.
Shadecraft. I haven't read that first issue yet. I'm curious how it works out. Silver Coin was the one. Was that where the first issue was like
It
kind
was a
of?
guitar.
Yeah, it was like a band. So this is definitely an anthology.
Yeah,
So
they've done some different things.
Spawn hits issue 319. Still at $2.99. Hats off to Todd McFarlane. He could definitely be making another dollar for himself and his creators. He's leaving it on the table for whatever reason, and hats off to him. Stillwater hits issue 8. Stray Dogs finishes up with issue 5. I hope they go back to this again. What's the horror cover B title there?
That's Friday the 13th.
Friday the 13th. Okay.
Yeah.
You watch less horror than I do, but you've nailed all of these.
Yeah. I like that. They're just neat covers.
Oh yeah, they're great. Time Before Time, number 2 is the Declan Shalvey book. Two Moons hits issue 5 from John Arcudi.
Some wicked stuff on Walking Dead Deluxe. We're gearing up, Drew.
Who's doing the cover C? Dave Raposo. That's a new guy.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that style of his.
Yep. Looks cool.
It's great.
I like the A. Of course, like I've been saying since moment one, B is just the, cover we had before. All these.
I believe you now. It just took me a while.
It just, you got there eventually. So we've got 16 and 17, which means next month we have 18 and then 19.
With 14
What's the over-under on covers? Yeah.
Well, how many did we get for Firepower? 12?
Yeah, exactly. So the over-under is set at 12 for Walking Dead 19.
Yeah, so lots of good stuff to look forward to in the upcoming FOCs from Image and
from Walking Dead Publishing.
Just from Walking Dead, it's fine with me. Lots of good stuff there, though.
Absolutely. So we go from what we are ordering for the future, and let's look at what has popped now. You want to pop over to CBSI with me for our friends at Comic Book Invest and see the Hot 10?
Sure.
All right, we're going to head over there and look at the Hot 10. Oh, at number 1, we have Superboy, number 9, from 1994. Holy crap, this jumps from 159.8 to 450 to 500 after the Suicide Squad true trailer. King Shark definitely ruled. But I chalk this up to another failure of the Hot 10 writers for getting rid of a book 2 weeks too soon.
Yeah, feel your pain, bruh.
No kidding. So yeah, King Shark. Did you watch that trailer?
Yeah, it looks great.
It looks really good. Looks very good. At rank 2, Amazing Spider-Man 316. Yes, a 9.6 is now $800. 9.8s are now $1,700. These were $350 and $700 a month ago, respectively. We don't really know why. Things are just flying up.
We have no reason. There's no reason for this except it's a Venom cover.
Yeah, but this isn't the first appearance. This isn't the second appearance. This is
16 issues later.
Yeah, exactly. We've been talking so much about how my generation and my age of people have gone into the point where they have too much money, so all of their past things are now blowing up. And at rank 3, we have Thundercats, number 1.
Oh yeah, this has got to be in your collection.
I think it's got to be too. That's what I was just thinking. I was like, I'm sure this is somewhere.
Yeah. I know.
$200
I know we bought it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. $200 for a raw. $1,600 for 9.8. A director has been brought on who is a fan. He-Man has supposedly been in production for what seems like decades. So does anyone really think this movie will ever get made? We don't even know if it's CGC or live action.
CGI.
Is it going to be like the SpongeBob movie or Scooby-Doo? In any case, we're not really as bullish on this being a real big thing. But boy, our price is going up.
Well, normally I would say boo to CGI, but I have enjoyed Invincible. So
There you go.
I mean, I guess there is some redeeming qualities for that.
Yeah.
But not if it's a movie. If it's a movie, it's got to be live action.
There you go. At rank 4, we have Flash, number 92 from 1994, written by Mark Waid. Impulse is finally making it to the Flash TV show. The current 9.8 price is around $200 and is two times what it was just a month ago. If you are hunting this one, definitely go for the DCU variant if possible. Apparently, the only DC books people want are from the 90s.
Oh, boo to that guy.
At rank 5, we have Avengers Annual number 10. Chris Claremont writing this one. CGC 9.8s are $2,500, double from a month ago. 9.6s are $600, double from a month ago. This book is pretty much forgotten for about a friggin' decade. Now it's joining those that are must-have keys. At rank 6, Power Rangers Unlimited Heir to Darkness number 1, the Jenny Frison 1 in 50 variant. $200, and there are only a couple listed for $500. This has to be an incredibly rare book, correct? And it's really cool looking.
Yeah.
We also have Black Cat number 4, the Adam Hughes 1 in 25 variant that just came out this year. Is Adam Hughes trying to jump back into people's want list? He keeps popping up on this list just like he used to 3 years ago. When will J. Scott Campbell see a resurgence? Question mark. As an aside, is this an innuendo cover, or am I a little way off?
No.
It's selling for between $50 and $60.
Definitely is. His spidey sense is tingling.
Yeah. At rank 8, we have Shadecraft number 1, selling for $15 just a skosh after release. I love that these new horror titles are doing well week after week. At rank 9, we have Invincible 110. A month ago, this was a $25 book. Now it is pushing $50 to $60. This is definitely a book that pushes a lot of social limits and will pretty much always be significant. But the warm reception of the Invincible show is helping it right now. And Bob's Burgers number 1. If you haven't watched the show, you're missing out. A 9.8 just sold for $250. And Raws are now selling in the $50 range. Even if this one only reaches half of Rick and Morty value, that's still a big win overall. Didn't you buy a bunch of these for your daughter?
Yeah. And she probably threw them away. But maybe they got shoved somewhere.
Go find them.
Exactly.
Honorable mention, we have the Ultimates number 1 from 2016. Al Ewing writing that one. Surprise ending. Valiant Horton wrote about this book more than 3 years ago here on Comic Book Invest. Already a sale for $30, which is double what it was yesterday. So that is apparently popping up for some big old reasons. And there, of course, old school honorable mention. We have Daring Mystery Comics number 1. Very little prior sales information on this one. 0 sold copies in the last 4 years. A 7.0 sold this week for $31,000. And there are 2 copies in the census higher than this one. Both pedigrees at 9.2 and a 9.4.
Damsel in distress.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's crazy.
And now it's time to take a look at our FOC. But before we get into that, we need to talk a little bit about deep discounts and Kowabunga's exclusive covers. They are doing a series of covers for Shadowman number 1 with superstar artist Jenny Frison. So they are getting all 4. Is that right?
3.
They're doing a Virgin,
the trade dress, a Virgin, and a Virgin gray tone.
Yes, and you can pre-order a bundle of those. Get all 3 of them for a discount, or you can order them individually if you want just the regular cover A, or you want the Virgin color or the Virgin black and white. Various prices there, but these are all Kowabunga exclusive variant covers for Shadowman number 1. So they're going to be extremely limited to 250 copies for the 2 Virgins and 500 for the cover A, or not cover A, but regular cover. So get in on that, and you can do that at shopkowabunga.com and go to their exclusive area there. or they do send out. If you're on your mailing list, you've already seen this email, but you need to get on that, and you can do that in the show notes, or just send Eric an email at eric@kowabungacomics.com.
Yep. Yeah, it's a cool looking bundle. Some good looking, and we love Jenny Frison, so it's neat to see that art.
Yeah, good for Kowabunga. This is like their third exclusive variant cover. They did a Tim Seeley Bloodshot, a couple of covers for that. They did a Phil Hester Jimmy's Bastards a few years ago. So this is I think their third exclusive variant cover. So that's big time, man. Way to go, guys.
Very cool. All right, we don't have an email from Kowabunga.
It just came through. It just came through. Is your email up?
Everything I'm doing off. No.
I'm sorry.
I'll let you do them then.
Okay, these are due. The DC books are due. Orders are due April 4th, Sunday, and everything else on Monday, April 5th. Eric features Catwoman 30, the Jenny Frison cardstock variant. It also has the Harley Quinn #2 Derek Chew cardstock variant selected. In addition, he features My Little Pony and Transformers 2 crossover, the #1 issue. This is also Tony Fleeks doing the cover A, and of course Tony Fleeks is doing Stray Dogs, which we like a lot. Helm Grey Castle #1, cover A by Handoko and Valenza is featured from Image. He's featured a new printing of the Spider-Man hardcover omnibus. Normally $75, but through the good folks at Deep Discount, you can get it for $37.50. The Marvels #1 is featured. Kurt Busiek, Alex Ross book. It's a $4.99 book. Normally you can get it for $2.50. It is a beautiful, beautiful cover, but it's Alex Ross, of course. He highlights the Shadowman Jenny Frison exclusive from Valiant that you can get, and a Back to the Future Marty McFly action figure. That's pretty sweet. I would have been all over that back in the day.
Doing some more features with the toys. I like that.
Yeah, that's cool. Now let's see what we can find.
That's right. Let's not just take Eric's word for it. Let's see what we can find in today's FOC.
Anything special about that Batman?
Except that they're going... This is the Miracle Molly stuff.
Oh, okay.
So some of these are really cool looking. But we've started with this Miracle Molly character.
Yeah, they're on the cover right there, isn't it?
Yeah. And, of course, we have the 1 in 50 available as well. So, apparently, DC trying to get retailers to reach for that $50 mark, or 50 order mark, has given them a little incentive to do so.
Did Art Germ take an interpretation as well? Oh, my God, he did. Wow. That's the one to have, isn't it?
Yeah. And that's the 1 in 50 as well.
Wow, that's gorgeous.
Yeah.
The Batman Fortnite that you went all in on is going to a second printing.
Feel vindicated in that. That's cool.
And then we're at issue 3.
I will take the cover A. Get me the Mikhail and cover A on that one. So I'll at least have him the entire run.
Will he appreciate it?
Nope, not at all.
We got a Dan Mora cover for Detective 1035. Which looks like a Klaus villain coming out.
Yeah.
On the cover there.
Batman Detective going to a second print. That's crazy.
Nightwing 78, of course, goes to a second printing. We knew that was going to happen.
Yep.
People are all over that thing. Did they change up the cover?
I think they did. That doesn't... crap, I can't remember.
Yep, that looks different.
Yep.
So, what do you think?
Yeah.
Worth it?
Yep.
And then now it's Robin's turn to launch, so we're getting Robin's first issue.
Crap, there's supposed to be something in this Robin that we have to get this, and I can't remember what it is.
Yeah, there's something in this. New villain, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And then do we want the wraparound cover or cover A?
I like the cover A better.
Yeah, who's that up in the upper left of the wraparound?
Yeah, there's going to be some new characters and stuff in this. We got to get it. Dang it.
Yeah, they should have fun with this one.
Yeah. Yeah, it features on cardstock too. Dang.
Yeah, gonna be tough. Gonna be tough decisions.
Teen Titans Academy. Continuing with the Red X trends.
That first issue was really good.
Was it? Awesome.
I wish I was like an all-in DC reader, for decades, because there were so many characters in that I have no idea how many of them are new and how many of them are existing. But there were tons, which really it surprises me that is the first issue not going to a second printing. I would think it would have to.
I would think, but
Got to be demand for it. Yeah. But yeah, there was tons of new characters, I think, in Teen Titans Academy #1. Or at least seldom used characters, because I didn't recognize many of them.
I don't think any of that Dark Horse stuff is comics.
Yeah. Not interested in the IDW stuff.
Alright, let's check out Sonic the Hedgehog and see how freaky it is. It's not bad. Those aren't the weird covers, so that's good.
Yeah, so they must be this last issue of crossover they must be taking a break until we get that issue 7 with the Zdarsky.
Get that 7 with the Chip Zdarsky tie-in.
Yeah, looks like they're taking a bit of a break. It's me nuts, but hey, creator owned. We can do.
Geiger 1 going to a second print and releasing a 1 in 25 second print. Dang.
I like the David Latham cover for Helm Great Castle a little better.
Mm-hmm. Could be a really good series.
Yeah, hope so. Spawn 317 again doing 3 covers, but not the 4th black and white with the bundle deal. So just the 3 this time.
Gotcha.
I'm surprised because he was doing that a lot. Maybe the sales weren't there. Just got out of the habit, I guess. Stray Dogs #2 also going to a second print with a different cover.
That's cool.
Summoner's War Legacy. I don't remember what that is.
Summoners.
Justin Jordan. Okay.
And Skybound.
That's right. Justin Jordan. Who we like.
We do. It could get lost in the shuffle pretty easy.
Yeah. So, only one cover? What are you doing?
Yeah,
it's the number 1 with one cover?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Down into Marvel, where Alien went to a second printing.
For both the Gleason cover and the LaRocca cover.
Yeah. Miles Morales 25 getting quite a few additional covers on it.
Because of the 25. Because it hits 25.
Clone Saga, I guess. I don't know. There's a Liefeld Deadpool anniversary, so it's Deadpool with Miles. That's pretty cool.
Although I've enjoyed these Jeffrey Ferengi covers, they don't seem to have caught on with anyone. Too stylized, I guess?
Oh, yeah. I don't like them.
You don't like them?
Nope.
Just me. MODOK finishes up with his issue 4.
And here is my... Okay. So here is my Silk #2 Rose Besh cover that I really wanted and just couldn't pull the trigger on.
Oh, because it's $40?
Yes, and I had it on the order and off the order and on the order and off the order and order on the order and off the order and on the order and off the order. I friggin' love it. God.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. I don't think it's worth $40. Even if it spikes to 55.
Yeah, it's just... I love Silk, and it's just it's a great cover. Really nice cover, and I really like the last few things that Rose Besh has come out with. So,
Spider-Man Curse of the Man-Thing. We were really trying to prop up this Man-Thing character.
Star Wars Darth Vader number 11, Exegol Unleashed. That's awesome.
Who's Exegol? Remind me.
It's a place.
Oh.
You would know all about these things if you just watched some things.
I don't know. I wonder if the Marvels will be accessible, or it'll be like so spanning of the Marvel history and crammed full of stuff that I won't like it. I wonder.
Probably.
And that's all I see from the good folks at Marvel.
Yep, it's all the Marvel I see as well. Down into the booms. Once and Future is on number 18. My goodness.
Yeah, it is. Making a move, isn't it?
Yep. Once and Future marks the end of current story arc. And won't be back until August. So, Once and Future's taking a couple months off.
Vamp Blade hits issue 50 from Action Lab. Congrats. Got the third issue of Nuclear Family. I just finished issue 2 last night. It was very good.
Cool covers on those.
Yeah, I think that's good. I think they got to option this thing. It just feels cinematic.
What do you think of this cover for 3? Is this going to turn out to be controversial?
It's all very Cold War.
Well, that's
alternate history.
That's modern. That's, stepping on the neck. It's crazy. It's a good looking cover.
Certainly provocative.
Yeah. And here we have Shadowman cover, or number 1 coming out with its standard covers. And then, of course, like we talked about earlier, we have the Kowabunga exclusive Jenny Frison covers as well.
Yeah. Scout Comics sends 3 books back for second printings. Black Friday number 1, By the Horns number 1, and Stake number 1. Congrats to those books.
Yeah.
Exceeded expectations. And then plenty of Funko Pops to choose from. It looks like there's a Seinfeld line.
Oh.
Yep. Good stuff.
Get yourself the Soup Nazi Pop.
Is that one of them? I missed that.
Yeah, it's the very one. Yev Kassem.
Okay. Oh, it looks like Cover Price released their top 20, so we have time to squeeze that in if you want. If you're done with FOC.
Sure, we're done with FOC.
Would you like me to take the top 10 or the bottom 10, sir?
You take the top 10 since I got rid of that tab.
At number 10, we have Daredevil number 10 from 2000. Variety's reporting that a Hawkeye spin-off series about Echo is in early development for Disney+. This issue marks her second appearance, first cover, and first costume. I believe I remember when this got hot.
Yeah.
It wasn't that long ago. It was in 2000, I guess.
That's crazy.
Had a high sale of $500 for a CGC. And then Daredevil number 9 from 1999 was the first appearance of Echo. About the same. Didn't sell as many copies, but did have a high sale of $455 for a CGC 98. So the first cover and first costume outselling first appearance. Interesting. At rank 8, we have Harley Quinn number 1, the Yoshitaka Amano Lunar Thank You, Retailer Thank You cover from 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Sold 83 copies and had a high sale of $200 for a Raw. So, wow, nice. So those 2,000 copies that are out there make their retailers a little bit of moolah.
Can be done.
Truth, Red, White, and Black number 1 from Marvel in 2003. This 7-issue series has great early speculation, recently catapulted into the spotlight with the introduction of Isaiah Bradley in the Disney Plus series Falcon and the Winter Soldier. One of 300 African American soldiers experimented on by the U.S. Army in an attempt to create super soldiers. By the looks of what we saw, this Army vet still has it. As soon as this lesser-known super soldier officially hit the big screen, sales of issues of this series, including complete sets, have been flying off the shelves. Sold 71 copies and had a high sale of $500 for a CGC 98.
Dang.
Way to go. Machine Man number 7 from 1978. Another Falcon Winter Soldier book. This is The Power Broker. So one panel, unnamed cameo appearance of the Power Broker. That's terrible. In Machine Man 80 has a larger, more substantial appearance, though still unnamed. So this number 7 sold 28 copies and had a high sale of $58 for a raw copy. Super Bowl 9 we mentioned earlier. It's amazing how the Suicide Squad has done this. It's because of King Shark.
Voiced by good old Sylvester Stallone himself.
Number 4, we have X-Men number 4 from 1992. This is the Mega Red. Supposedly going to appear in episode 3 of Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Maybe I didn't catch it. Sold a high sale of $400 for a CGC 98. Cap America 334 from 1987. This is the first appearance of Lamar Hoskins as Bucky, who also appeared Falcon and Winter Soldier episode 2 alongside John Walker's Captain America. This is sold $55 for a raw copy, and they say Lamar first appears, as we mentioned earlier, weeks in Captain America 2 323 and named in 333. At rank 2, we have Tokyo Ghost number 1. As noted by The Hollywood Reporter, Cary Fukunaga is set to direct Tokyo Ghost, an adaptation for Legendary. This sold 17 copies and had a high sale of $70 for a CGC 98. And the cover A of Tokyo Ghost is the number 1 book. It sold 48 copies. Had a high sale of $50 for a raw. Legendary, is that the ones that did Bloodshot? Took forever to do that.
That sounds right.
Yeah, so keep in mind Legendary tends to move slow, and this production is not going to be cheap, so you have plenty of time to find a copy.
I have a bunch.
Yeah, you do. And off to the rest. Kyle, do you have it up?
Yep, getting it right now. For our runners up at rank 11, we have Thor 617 from 2010. There's been speculation that we would see Kid Loki on the Disney Plus Loki series. This news has only increased as folks read into who the various actors attached might be playing, with actor Jack Veal fitting, quote-unquote, the look. This rumor sold 19 copies of this book, $70 for a raw copy. More ENIAC number 1 from Bad Ideas. ENIAC falls off the top 10 after 3 consecutive weeks, while sales have slowed and raw prices have come down. This book is still performing well, with 42 copies sold and a high sale over $2,000 for a CBCS 9.9. Something is Killing the Children number 1, the LCSD 2020 foil embossed comic. Something is Killing the Children standard cover is on fire and hit a new high of $999.99 for a 9.8 this week. As it gets more expensive, it moves further away from most collectors being able to afford to buy one, which leads them to this foil at a more affordable $20 raw price. It sold 32 copies, $115.50 for a CGC 9.8.
So if my Something is Killing the Children is in pretty good shape, I should probably try to get a 9.8 out of it, right?
Yes.
I mean,
it's yeah.
That's $1,000.
Yeah.
Holy,
that's crazy.
Crap. Yeah, I guess I should.
Captain America 341 at rank 14. This issue marks the first appearance of Lamar Hoskins as Battlestar. Since Lamar has appeared in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier number 2 as John Walker's, the new Captain America sidekick and friend, speculation assumes that Lamar will become Battlestar at some point. In the comics, Lamar receives treatment from the Power Broker, gaining the abilities of a super soldier. Speculation moved 14 copies, $50 for a raw. At rank 15, Moon Knight number 1, Nobody Cares, CGC 9.6, 280. At rank 16, Cold Dead War number 1.
That's wrong.
Yeah, Oscar Isaac, there's no other stuff for it. Cold Dead War number 1 from Heavy Metal, my pick of the week.
Wait. There is Moon Knight news. Marvel's planning to come out with a new Moon Knight series to coincide with Oscar Isaac's show. So there's going to be a new comic that will not sell well.
Yeah, I was going to say, chalk it down as the 27th version of Moon Knight to come out.
But Drew will be happy.
Absolutely. Cold Dead War number 1, the low print zombie series written by George Romero's son, George C., is described as a horror war series set across the past, present, and future. A freak occurrence reanimates an island of freshly killed soldiers in the wake of the Battle of Midway in World War II. Yes. 11 copies moved, $24 for Raw already. At rank 17, Black Panther 4 from 1999, a brief mention in The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Episode 2 of Bucky's White Wolf nickname in Wakanda, reminds collectors of this first comic appearance. $34 for a Raw. Wolverine number 1 from 1998, this long undervalued first issue to Wolverine's first ongoing series is finally picking up steam. $439 for 9.8. Superboy Zero issue from 1994, before Superboy number 9, King Shark had a cameo appearance in this issue. With all the heat and excitement around the appearance in Suicide Squad, this may be the book to dive into as it's significantly cheaper than issue 9, which is his first quote-unquote full appearance. $65 for a CGC 9.6. 17 copies moving. At rank 20, we have Captain America 334 Direct Edition from 1987. As noted in the top 10, when we talked about the newsstand, this Direct Edition also features the first appearance of Lamar Hoskins as Bucky and first cover appearance. There you go.
Yeah. Now let's shoot over to Lunar and see what's coming up this week for our sneak peek.
Sneak peek at next week for the 6th, if I remember correctly.
Crushing it on that Batman 106 second printing. That's beautiful. Who is that? That's Jorge Jimenez.
Jorge, yep.
Man, that's lovely. Matina, of course, you love Matina. That's a great cover for 107. Crime Syndicate. That's a great owl there. What's his name? Talon.
Yep.
That's great.
The final Joker Harley Criminal Sanity. Number 8 of that 8-issue series.
And we get a new Green Lantern number 1. Is this an Infinite Frontier line? Yes.
Mm-hmm. We don't like that cover A, but we like the cover B.
Yeah. It's growing on me, though.
Really?
Yeah.
Still hate it.
You still hate it?
Yep. Really like the Matina cover B for Swamp Thing number 2 at the very end. That's a good looking cover.
What is it? Oh, the Matina Swamp Thing?
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Suicide Squad 2 has a Gerald Perel B cover, which is interesting.
Yep.
I don't know him, but I like that. That's some good looking stuff there.
So a couple neat things from DC. Nothing too crazy, but some cool stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
And let's head on over to Previews World and start with our Image books coming out on the 7th.
Geiger's going to be a big one.
Yeah. Already going back to second print.
It's a Jeff Jones book. Gary Frank doing the writing. It should be a big book.
Yep.
But maybe too big?
Very possible. I, of course, went with the glow-in-the-dark cover.
Was that the Fabok?
Yeah.
There's our Silver Coin number 1. This anthology, this one's Chip Zdarsky doing the writing on that.
Mm-hmm.
It looks pretty darn good. And only 2 covers of Walking Dead number 12. It's crazy. They don't do that for very long, though. They hop right back up. Down at Dark Horse, we've got Dead Dog's Bite number 2. I love that first issue. So I'm excited about this second issue coming out.
We weren't too big on the beasts of burden, occupied territories.
No, I don't think we were. What was the pitch there?
Nothing that caught my eye. I remember being meh about it.
Yeah. IDW doing anything? Well, there's Star Wars High Republic Adventures #3.
That's one to have.
Is that the only cover for it?
I think this
is this a reprint?
Yeah, that's a reprint. No, that's not. I don't know. We talked about this last week, though.
Yeah. We're in the right week.
You're in the right week. Interesting. Maybe they just had a lot more just sitting at the warehouse.
Maybe. If you like the new Spider-Man costume, it's front and center, well, back and center on issue 63. Is that Gleason taking that one, doing that one? Nope, Bagley, Mark Bagley. Peach Momoko Avengers 44 isn't bad.
Ooh.
King in Black finishing up. 5 of 5. Are we close to the end of King in Black?
We are getting there.
There's Star Wars High Republic #4.
Yep.
With a couple of covers. This Venom 34 looks to be the end. Is this?
You gotta have it.
This is the end of King in
the
Black.
End of Donny Cates.
No, it's the series, right? It's not the.
Yeah,
No,
the series. The series finale tie into the King in Black epic.
No, the series finale will be the Venom 200 next month. Right?
Yeah.
So do you need this one?
No.
I mean, obviously, if you're reading it, sure, but
yeah,
from a spec standpoint, do you need this one? It is kind of a striking cover.
Yeah.
Couple of striking covers there. I don't know. I think I'll save that one for Venom 200.
What if everybody's doing that?
Then it's under-ordered, right?
Yep.
I'm not anything except for Till Boom's Magic the Gathering #1. Could be interesting. Jed McKay's doing the writing. Magic's pretty big still.
Yep. Matteo Scalera. Wish I'd have kept my Magic cards.
You do not.
I traded in for comics. Oh, some of them got super stupid expensive.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they had a resurgence like Pokemon has.
So you have,
yeah, this Magic the Gathering
you have
could be
seller's
good.
remorse then, like me?
Oh, not to your extent, but yeah.
That's awesome. Then I hop up again and Bloom #1 from Hero Tomorrow Comics. This is written by Ted Sikoro and art by Butch Mapa with a cover by Bong Dazzo. You know Bong Dazzo.
Good old Bong Dazzo.
Good old Bong Dazzo doing the cover. It is a psychedelic cover too. Hero Tomorrow Comics. Year is 1969. Ramsey is an inspiring comic book artist who is trying to find inspiration for his femme fatale. When he meets a wild dancer, Regina, at a street fair, he invites her into the woods for a character photo shoot, where she begins to break on through to the other side. Witness the psychedelic origin of the world's powerful character in the Hero Tomorrow Comics universe.
Nope.
They are high right now
Yeah.
writing this comic.
The Impure #1 by Ralph Singh from Scout Comics. The newest entry in the Scout non-stop imprint. Years after Nero and Minerva's homeworld Castor was destroyed by aliens, the siblings join the dreaded Earth Force to ensure something like this will never happen again.
Got the second issue of Nottingham.
Ah, yeah.
And then we get another Resistance volume starting. Resistance Uprising #1. So it's back.
Ooh, yeah. From artists, writers, and artisans.
We have a book called The Rise #1
This is, again, heavy metal, and this is also George C. Romero.
Yep. This is the son of George A. Romero, and it tells the story before the worst night on Earth. Learn about the death, destruction, and tragedy that led to the birth of the modern zombie in this prequel horror saga to the most significant and influential horror film franchise.
I ordered this when I ordered the Total War or whatever. I don't know why, but I was looking through the heavy metal stuff, and I liked both of those.
Yeah. Part of me doesn't want the reason for the zombie outbreak explained. Right? You know?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're saying.
But I do like this concept. So that is kind of neat. It is kind of neat one.
All right, Drew, this is the point of the podcast where I ask for your pick of the week. What's your one pick to make sure that you pick up, because it is going to spike and be on all of our top 10s and hot 10s going forward?
I think I'm going to go chalk and go with Geiger.
And I will go chalk as well and go with IDW's Star Wars High Republic #3, because this is the one that's supposed to have the Neil, the big bad guy in it.
Oh, okay.
So
this is the IDW Star Wars.
The IDW one.
So confusing. I wonder if they put them next to each other on the shelves.
Heck yeah.
Because I think they look so similar.
Yep, and the Star Wars fan of one why not be a Star Wars fan of the other?
Accidentally buy the wrong one.
Yep.
And then then you're stuck. Now you're buying two. Good call.
All right, well, thank you guys for tagging along with Drew and myself for our sneak peek set next week. Tagging along with all of the fun stuff we talked about this week. Of course, find all of our links on patreon.com. Search for Comics for Fun and Profit. Get in there and be part of before our next giveaway. Still good odds on getting yourself a nice slabbed comic. So make sure you're getting there. All kinds of exclusive pods, exclusive reviews, and all kinds of cool stuff. Be part of that. And we thank you so much. So for Drew and for myself, see you.